Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will, I'm a D&D sex icon, and I'm back today with yet another episode of Atomic Cthulhu. We've got a cast and crew with us, all except from Jules, who's traveling back on her way home, decided to be a bad friend and her flights were delayed. Seems like that's entirely her fault, so we're going to blame her for that. But we have the rest of us here with us today as good friends to remind us of who they are and who they're going to be playing today. We have Grimjack21502, I didn't say that right, Grimjack21502, our keeper of arcane lore? Question mark?
Boogie Woogie lore?
Boogie Woogie lore is like more accurate.
At this point, it's more like a carnival barker. I just say, here's the attractions. And then they take it for 20 minutes, and I come back in and said, if you don't like that, here's this one. And then we go, no, whatever. Grimjack, I'm here. I'm back from Gen Con. No one cares, but we do care about this game. We want to get in. We want to see exactly what it's like. We've got our recently shorn Elvis, and that's about it. Let's do this.
Absolutely. We have Mythomatic back with us tonight. Myth, how's it going, my friend?
Going well. I am, in fact, Mythomatic. You may not recognize me. I don't have a mustache, and I'm a little confused about who I am in my life. But in game, I'm be playing Elvis Presley, so it'll be. I'm pretty excited. He's like, what was it? He was like unlocked soldier from the 1950s during this Cthulhu game, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited. And
nice. It all feeds into the identity crisis, really. Amazing. Yeah. We also have Kiana back with us tonight. Kiana, how's it going?
I am doing great. I've just been having a great long weekend, spending some time doing birthday things. It's also my 15-month anniversary. Subscribe to the channel. So, I am excited to be here and playing Jane, your mad scientist robot, question mark? I'm not even sure at this point. She's just trying her best to figure out things. It's not going well, but whatever. What does in this game?
That's true. Speaking of things not going well, Mike is here. Mike, how's it going?
Not well, as it were. That's my normal state of being, so I try to keep a status quo. I am back from Gen Con. It was a blast. The flying is a bitch, and I'm ready to play Lenny Williams. See how he dies today.
Awesome. As myself, I will be reprising my role as Agent Gumbo, part-time droidica, full-time American, and he's here to save the president, aka Elvis Presley. And in doing so, he may feed him to some sharks. We'll have to see. But before we dive into today's game, I'll remind you guys, of course, we're sponsored here by FantasyGrounds.com, our virtual tabletop of choice. All the maps, tokens, and rolls are from Fantasy Grounds. You can go over to their website, get the demo version over there for free, or, of course, Fantasy Grounds also has their first licenses, which start at just under $4. Also, there is... Oh, look, Michael at 25 months. Wow, way to one-up Kiana there. Jeez. Make it look bad. Like, wow, that's classic Mike. Also, Savage. Of course, we're sponsored here today by WaylandGames.co.uk, where you can get amazing, fantastic miniatures, board games, and role-playing products at up to 20% off the retail value. There's some fantastic products over there. If you want the new D&D books, you can go and pre-order Dragon Heist Waterdeep, the new Undermountain book as well. Strongly recommend. I'll put some links there in chat for you guys as well, so that you can see them. Wayland Games are fantastic, and the best place to go for all of your tabletop gaming needs. And of course, you guys can interact with today's show. If you haven't followed yet, hit the follow button and join us. When we hit 20 followers, you guys get to decide something which happens next in our game. Also, here is the tweet for you guys. At 20 retweets, we'll have another viewer decision. And of course, you can donate to affect the game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and worse. But I will hand over to our keeper of Boogie Woogie lore, Mr. Grimjack21502, to remind us of what happened last week on the show and to take us into tonight's episode of Atomic Cthulhu.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I see that we have something coming in. Feel free to roll any of those as the...
Two for Lenny, one for Greg.
I get a wild magic surge? I'm going to go ahead and roll that so you can get it.
I'll look these up here in a second.
It would usually help if I did that correctly.
Usually, yeah. It's not necessary. All right, I'll look these up here in a second.
7174. Hey, thank you, buddy. Okay, so everybody, the last time we saw this intrepid band of adventurers, they were in Hawaii. And in Hawaii, they were given the task after waking up in a hospital room, really unsure of how they got there. Their last memory before that, entering a cavern in Mercer Caves, banged up, eyes cut out, missing limbs. Yet they woke up in paradise in Hawaii, in a hospital room. Eyes there, some of them different colors, limbs reattached, seemingly whole. They were told that the entertainer is key to the future. They also found out during this brief stint that Elvis was in the building, or the island per se. And as they progressed in finding Elvis and realized there was a problem on his set, they met a wonderful coroner by the name of Lou Stubbs, a wonderful man that everybody thoroughly enjoyed and was not creeped out by at all. They spent then 45 minutes deciding whether or not they wanted to talk to him again or proceed to another place. They then decided to proceed to another place, that place being, they investigated some of the other people that had been infected by this. They saw various states of a green or gray substance that was all over the bodies of the victims. Our good friend Lenny, who had been not among the awoken in the hospital, did in fact awake in the morgue. He was covered in gray scales. He was able to pick them off. Lou Stubbs was there to help, albeit chained to a desk because of reasons. After a brief and a lot of sexual tension in the interlude, it then left a naked Lenny Sparks going out into the hospital. Hijinks ensued, as it never does in this game. And then we went over to the luau scene. They were able to recover a reel of film. When they watched the film in the daily room, it uncovered what looked like some sort of ritual being performed inside the scene of one of Elvis's movies. And inside this scene, Elvis is seen grabbing his head and falling off to the side as a giant 9-foot tiki statue turns into a large toad-like bearded creature that drives many people insane or sends them into a catatonic state, several of which are in the hospital with the gray scales over them. They then proceeded to go, after watching the dailies, they realized that Elvis was missing, and they went to the movie set, and there on the movie set in the Cove, they found that during the surfing scene of the said movie, they, Jesus, where are we? Yeah, they had another spiritual attack. Sharks popped up. Elvis was in danger. There was a tentacle monster. Trixie or Lexi or Dixie or one of the Biscuit Women died. There was cultists. Jane subdued one of them. It ended with Jane being told by said subdued cultist that they were there to help. There was a droideka that almost made it to the boat, and then after a failed power check sunk into the water. But I think what we all remember most, and what is emblazoned in both our minds and Ruben, our absent Ruben's mind, is the moment when Lenny jumped into the water with his white linen pants, which, while still present, lost any type of opacity that they had and became completely transparent, revealing just a rock-hard, thunderous, perfect ass as he went toe-to-toe with a great white shark. And by the benevolence of the dice, he was able to spear said shark in the what game are we playing? Speared said shark in the head with a knife and rode it out of the water like a hybrid, badly written teen romance cover.
Like a professional.
Right. And it came out of the water. It affected Ruben greatly on the shoreline. Everyone caught a picture of it as it kind of froze for a moment. It was like Lord of the Dance meets Shark Week, I guess.
Like if you allow me to ride a shark, I'm gonna ride a shark.
I don't mind you riding it. Let's play with whatever this is. Let's play it. Here we are. We're in the code, everybody. This is we're gonna call it Cthulhu. Let's have some fun.
Yep.
And
let's do it.
That's the recap.
Let's play the game which passes for Call of Cthulhu.
So, but you said some dude on YouTube was angry at us. He's like, are these guys even playing Call of Cthulhu? We're like, no, not really. Just fucking around.
Cthulhu's here somewhere. There's some elements. There's a quote or two.
Okay, so real quick, the Wild Magic Surge is Yeah, sure. Lenny's wild magic surges. Target becomes violently ill if he eats in daylight. So no more daylight eating for you, Lenny. Also, you owe a favor to a powerful and malevolent entity. You owe a big favor, in fact, a big favor to a powerful and malevolent entity. Greg, one of your NPCs. Yeah, there you go. Greg, one of your NPC's hands are invisible while they wield a weapon. Someone's hands are invisible while they wield a weapon. Perfect.
Oh, I already know what I want to do with that. Okay.
I don't like that smile on Greg's face.
No, not one bit. Alrighty. Time for sharks. Where's my shark soundboard?
Okay, we are here. Yep. Jane, you have just subdued the woman that previously passed for a deceased Bridget. She has a little bit of gray on her cheek that's kind of a residual reminder of kind of whenever you found Lenny and he was covered in this gray stuff. We have out on the boat Elvis or we have Lenny on a shark, dying shark. Elvis is in the water. I think he's been pulled to safety. Maybe not yet. No, you're still in the water. Gumble, you're on the boat. You've gotten the female lead to safety. Elvis, you're in the... Let's start with you, Elvis. Elvis, you're in the water.
Okay, and there's sharks around.
Come on, Meth. It's not like this is weird or anything. Just jump in. You're in the water with sharks.
Well, there's sharks.
Action.
Easy, come on, man. This is the easiest front.
All right. What's my as if?
As if you're in the bathtub as a child, and a parent runs in and throws in like a dozen 6-inch sharks. So it's like being in the fucking water with sharks, Myth. And go.
All right. So I guess I swim to safety. Is that the right answer?
Well, we'll see.
Okay.
Turn to page 242. You die.
I didn't read the script. I'm sorry.
That's because it's not written yet. Okay, so if you are trying to swim, give me let's do a straight dex check from Elvis as he is trying to evade great white sharks, which we all know are slow.
We all know that. 85. Promising.
Okay, so as the king is floundering in the water, he surfaces for a second, and Gumble, you see Elvis the President Presley surface and then get pulled back in, only this time he's being pulled at sort of an angle, as if something has hold of him or something drug him for a bit. We're going to say that what's going on beneath the surface to the king of rock and roll is that a close near miss of a great white shark, one that was drawn by the blood and the frenzy caused by Lenny, and in Lenny's sexual stabbing of another great white, it created a plume of blood that attracted the shark for a second. So you were taken a bit by the dorsal fin as it submerged, but you're now about 10 feet away from the boat. So it's going to require either some type of assistance to get in the boat or someone to come and get you. Let's go to Gumble. Gumble, what do you got?
I know where the president has like fallen down to, right? I saw him as I like tackled him and some other guys. I piled them into the water. I'm gonna swim for the president, and I'm gonna draw out my Bowie knife from the LZ as I do so, and kind of lower it around my face, so I'm a bit like a shark. And as I swim like this, if any shark comes in the way, it's gonna get my knife. It's almost like attaching the knife, almost like attaching it to my face, like a shark. Mr. President, I say underwater.
Which somehow, Elvis, you hear perfectly. It travels right through the liquid as if it was air, and you hear Gumble's unique voice calling for you. You in fact do see a one of these thrashing great whites coming your way, and I need you to make an attack roll on this. And I don't believe you have any crits left, which would be neat here. But
would be neat, but it's okay. I don't need that. Fighting. Yeah.
You said attach the knife to your face, like a shark. Do sharks in the UK often have knives attached to their faces?
Yes.
Is that
yes, they do.
the picture you're painting here?
Have you ever been to the London Aquarium? Fuck me, they got
I
knives
haven't.
attached
That's
to
why
them
I'm
everywhere.
asking.
Like stabbing one another up is like EastEnders over there, like Peaky Blinders. It's fucking
American
fantastic.
sharks don't have knives attached to their faces.
American
so I
sharks
wasn't
are fucking
sure.
pussies. They use guns.
I guess so.
Use guns. It's true.
Some kind of pointy unicorn underwater.
it's a
Terrible.
vicious narwhal.
Narwhals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Narwhal.
28 success.
Shut up. You don't know.
Okay, so roll me, because of the, attaching it to your face and getting a lot of thrust behind it, give me a D10 as you strike this shark as it comes in.
All right, that is 9.
9? Okay, so as you come in, describe to me what you do to this shark. You deliver a wound that will take it out of the fight. So, Gumbo, how do you Americanize this foreign invader who has come into your domestic waters?
My nose kind of nosedives into the shark, and at this point, I've managed to attach it in such a way that I no longer need my hand by it. It's merely like like Pinocchio. The knife is coming from my nose. Pinocchio in the UK is also very different. Yeah, exactly. And I just kind of like pull myself through the water and stab it with my face.
As one arm does.
Yep.
Okay, so as you're able to, we'll say that to get a killing blow with a face shot like this with a knife, as was proven in Mythbusters, whenever they too attached knives to their faces and attacked great white sharks, the only real way to do it is to go actually into the shark itself.
Correct.
So as you swim, it opens its mouth to kind of like megalodon you, and as it goes in, you match its megalodon move with a move of your own. Going back to prehistoric times, it was definitely a creature, an eternal timeless creature of the shark versus democracy. And as we always know, democracy will beat dinosaur type creatures. So as you go in and stab through it, you're able to rip the blade into what passes for its primitive primal brain. And the last thing that this creature is allowed to think is USA as it slowly sinks. But it's causing quite a stir of blood that is engaging the sense of everybody or the other sharks in the water. Jane, what are you doing?
Okay, so I have this woman sort of pinned down, and she just told me that she's here to help stop the cultists, if I remember correctly.
That's what she said. She said, "What are you doing? We're here to stop them."
Really? You have to excuse me if I think that's a little bit, just convenient about this whole situation. Do you know what's going to happen?
What do you mean, do I know what's going to happen?
No, obviously, if you're trying to stop them, then you're trying to stop them for whatever they're going to do.
We're not sure, but wherever they go, tragedy follows. It's our job.
Who even is who are you? That is probably a good idea to know.
I need you to make a strength check as she is going to try to get out of your hold.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so she bucks and kind of does almost like a backbend push-up and violently throws you off of her. And as she kind of swings up and throws her legs over, her eyes immediately go out to the boat that previously held Elvis in that area. And you see, as she looks around, several other of these incredibly beautiful women that are sort of in the extras, the dancers, and they were in the scene that you guys saw in the reel-to-reel as being the dancers that were with Elvis, very close proximity. They run and dive into the water, swimming towards the boat that held Elvis. And you see just them start to cut. She leaves you and jumps into the water. What would you like to do?
James doesn't know how to swim. James not going to that water. Just going to keep an eye out, I guess, and make sure there are no other cultists directly where she can see them.
Okay, roll a spot hidden for me, please.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah.
Okay, as you look around, you don't see anybody that kind of stands out to you as being a robed cultist or anything like that. But when you look almost immediately behind you, as if watching this scene, is none other than Officer Lou Stubbs. And he's just watching as if he's been a part of your group the entire time. And he's just nodding. And as soon as you turn around and he recognizes that you recognize him, he says, what are we doing?
I don't know. We're trying to stop this. Well, first get Mr. Presley safe. I think they're kind of on the case there, and then trying to stop whatever this is with the cultists. I don't know.
He looks around and says, "This is crazy. You guys sure know how to party." You realize that you can't see his right hand.
Jeez. Just can't see it.
You can't see it, and as your eyes are kind of drawn to the vacant wrist, like as it goes down to the his shirt, long sleeve shirt ends there at the wrist, and as you look down, you notice that his pants too are unbuckled, and he has an odd expression on his face. Let's cut over to Lenny. Lenny, what would you? Just roll with it. Roll with it, Kiana. Lenny, how are you?
I'm still in the water, right? Sans shark. The shark is now dead.
Yes, you've killed your shark when you had your romance cover moment. Okay. But we have two people in the water. You have been joined in fighting sharks with an outfitted Gumball, and Elvis is having a hell of a time swimming, and you can see that there are sharks in his immediate vicinity that are just going around, and this is turning into like a blender, a feeding frenzy. Yeah. And so whatever you would like to do, right? And so what would you like to do?
Go save the president, as I'm told he is now the president in this alternate timeline. So he's gonna swim out towards Mr. Presley in an attempt to rescue this drowning actor, singer. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna swim out there. Are there still sharks all over the goddamn place, Greg?
There's just an absolute. There's so many sharks. It's very difficult to tell how many sharks there are.
Yeah,
because
infinity sharks. Okay.
It's basically the infinity symbol of sharks. They're just going around in an endless figure eight. Roll a luck roll, and we'll see if you can get to the king of rock and roll.
I don't, Greg.
As you are coming, you see. Phrasing. As you are swimming, you look over and see that there is a shark that is going to intercept you before you can get there. You may do two things, Lenny. You may strike with your already wet blade covered in shark's blood and seawater, or you may attempt to dodge. If you dodge, you will not be able to do anything in your next action. If you attack but do not succeed, you will be in a worse position. So
I've killed a zombie and a shark already today, so I might as well keep it going. Plus, I was dead just a few hours ago, so I might as well throw caution to the wind here. I'm gonna stab a shark. No, Greg, no, I'm not.
Okay. So as you stab, again, even maybe it's the water betrays you as your normal thrust delivered on land, or when propelled with your chiseled butt cheeks, you can't get the torque behind it. The glutes do not aid you in this thrust as you miss. And the shark itself, while impressed with your ass, is not without its own act. So it does hit. Yeah. What are we playing? For 6 damage as Lenny gets a tooth in almost taking one of the butt cheeks off, but it hits just high on his lower back as it drags a huge 3 or 4 inch gash along his right above his linen pants, taking the top belt loop of the linen pants as well as a hefty portion of flesh.
What do I do now, Greg?
I don't know what any of us are doing now. So
where do we go from here?
And dreams. That's what we're playing to.
Let's go back to a hunka Burn and Elvis. Elvis, what would you like to do?
How many sharks are near me, and are they in a line? I want to shoot through them all with one bullet. Okay.
We'll say that there are plenty of sharks around. We'll say a couple of them are, for whatever reason, portraying everything shark-like and swimming on the surface of the water. And they are outside of the water in air range that would allow you to shoot them with a gun that has already been submerged, because why start with science now? And as you are lining up these sharks, you think you can get about 2 or 3 of them. And I will let you know that to pull this off, you are going to need a crit or an extreme success. So if somebody wants to see Elvis shoot 3 sharks with 1 bullet, he has jumped a shark. Now we want to see him shoot a shark in a feat of absolute daring. He's going to need a crit. Otherwise, we're going to see the king of rock and roll make a roll.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do I want to wrestle one of them? Kind of.
That's also strong.
What is, I'm 10 feet away from a boat. I need assistance to get into a boat. Or I need to fight off sharks.
Yes, your already failed roll has uncovered Elvis's main weakness, which is tonality and swimming, apparently. So you're now kind of 10 feet away, and you're going to need assistance to get in. So now you're kind of awash in this sea of sharks. However you want to proceed from here, whether it be your aforementioned 3-shot strike of the sharks, or just, wrestling a shark. Sure. Just let me know.
I don't think I can make it to a boat now with sharks. Could I... The shark that brushed past me earlier, could I attempt to grapple it and ride it to the boat?
Roll a luck check.
Grab its dorsal.
Yes, I...
All right. I think that's -10. That is -10. Okay, so this is... See what we got.
Dang.
I got an error.
Oh, I saw
was a
like
7,
006. Oh yeah.
That's definitely going to be... I
know
know
what it
you have
should
enough
be.
luck to... Well, it looked like it was a 7. So I didn't see it flash up on my end, but it was it rolled a 7. At least that's what... Yeah. So
Nice.
You see one swimming right by you, and it too is just... They're as confused as your keeper is. And as this shark comes swimming at you, you are able to spin and grab a dorsal fin that is carrying you towards the boat. Now, here is the question, Elvis. You have one free hand. In the water between you and the boat of which you are rushing towards, there are 2 people. There is what appears to be a Pooh bearing it, Lenny, who has just taken a shot to his high ass cheek, his high left cheek, and there is a Gumble that seems to have a fucking knife attached to his face. I will allow you to... I will allow you to grab one of them if you want to, take them to safety. But Elvis, this is a choice that only a king can make. It's like Solomon. So, what do we got?
Well, I barely know Lenny. And I've been referred to as Mr. President, so I assume the highest ranking security here is going to be Gumball. So I'm going to try to grab Gumball.
Okay, so as you're going... Right, yes. The waterfall has become it's too uncontrollable. So everything must go back. You're able to just kind of flick it, and it just falls perfectly into place. As you do that, let's see, roll a strength check for me, Mr. Presley, and we will see if you can grab Gumball.
38. That is a success.
You have snagged. You have snagged Agent Gumball, and Agent Gumball, you are now being drugged by Elvis, who is being drugged by a shark to the boat.
Amazing. I let this happen.
It's Rock Fu right there.
Yes, sir.
Lenny, you see them whisk by. Now, what I'm going to allow to happen here is this. Gumball, you have a free hand. You can attempt to grab Lenny as you go by, so you can drag Lenny as you're being drugged by Elvis, who is being drugged by a shark, back to the boat. Do you wish to do this?
I grab his ass on the way back, because it's rock hard
like
and
a basketball.
Exactly. I
Roll
pull it
right,
and just sort of suction pad it backwards.
Okay, because you have uncovered an interesting characteristic about Lenny. Not only is his ass rock hard, it has finger divots like a climbing wall, like a training wall for mountain climbing.
Or like a bowling ball.
So you...
He's got back
a little bit. Well, let's just say you think one of those holes is a back dimple, and let's go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage as you grab a hold of an ass cheek.
Yep. Good. That is a success on a 12.
Oh, you are in there.
Oh my
Just
god, you got
about
100.
my phone was 100, but yeah. That would have been bad. A real fumble.
You are in there.
A real
Okay, so
fumble.
yeah, Lenny, you feel Gumball enter you as he grabs hold of your ass, bowling ball style, and he is able to pull you. So now we have queued up for the 7-10 split. We've got Lenny being drugged by the ass by Gumball, who's being drugged by the king of rock and roll, who's being drugged by a shark to the boat. And because of all of this incredible perfection, I'm going to say that the three of you make it to the fishing boat and are able to climb in. Congratulations, kids. You have, I don't know what you've done, but it's
That's how you do it, internet.
Yep. I have to be really careful not to stab people when I look at them right now.
There is an audible popping sound whenever Gumball lets go of Lenny. As... Yeah.
Looks like we're in the clear.
Sort of remind the whole internet that Chaosium loves Will. This is why.
This is why.
Okay.
Oh,
So, as you guys are all safely on the boat, it will be at this time that you notice that there are multiple corpses in the water, both of torn and shredded extras. There are shark corpses that are like listing to the front as they are being kind of patted and ripped apart by their brethren. But there are a number of shark corpses, maybe a dozen. And as you're sitting there, Elvis, Gumball, and Lenny, you guys see these beautiful women emerging from what used to be this beautiful transparent water of this cove has now been churned into a froth, into a red pink cauldron. And as they pull themselves out, they are covered in human and shark blood that just seems to have dyed. The lighter hair of one of them is almost a pink. The darker hair is like a mahogany or a burgundy. As they pull themselves out of the water, each of them wielding blades that are clenched in their hands. And that's what you see. And Jane, from the shore, you see these women kind of converging on the boat and entering. At this time as well, with that prior spot hidden roll, Jane, you see that the dorsal fins of the active sharks seem to be going out of the cove.
Okay, that's good. But I also have Lou here. Oh. And he's being weird. I mean, he's already weird, but...
What's going on?
What happened to your hand? Is there, the last time I saw you that you had, you had two hands, and now you seem to be either missing one through some kind of amputation, or she trailed off.
Oh, it was the weirdest thing. I found a piece of that gray stuff, and I kind of rubbed it a little bit, and it kind of smelled okay, so I ate it because I was hungry and no one came down to get me. And my hand turned invisible, but only when I was able to get it out of the cuff. He seems like super relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
If I come and help you guys.
Yep. I'm sure you're going to be I'm sure you're going to be a great help. Maybe next time eating things that you don't know exactly, unless you're experimenting and then you're writing down the results. It's probably not a good idea. But I can't say that I've done stuff like that before. But and she kind of looks back over it.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with you because I ate that and my hand turned invisible and I got out of a handcuff. So I'm probably going to eat everything I come across. But, until it kills me.
Yeah.
He seems a little dehydrated too.
Yeah. Jane's not gonna think about it, not gonna investigate more. She's just gonna let Lou be Lou. I think we should probably just wait until they get back and then we can talk to them. Maybe.
Yeah, right, because and he points out to the water of the boat where the woman with the blonde hair is coming onto the boat, which looked like the woman that you had underneath you.
Bridget,
Bridget, and he goes, yeah, she was the one that was dead. He points to her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, I was talking to her as you saw? As you saw, yep, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had her in the morgue and the guy with the great ass.
Yep.
They're both alive now.
They are. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sure it could be something. Who knows? Either way, I guess we'll just wait here until they can get back.
And as we cut to the boat, on the boat, you guys are now surrounded by these beautiful women, and the sharks seem to have left, and the cove is now quiet again.
Looks like the sharks are gone, Mr. President. Looks like we just got a classic case of sharks leaving.
I've still got a knife on my face.
So, that was pretty wild. I like that a lot. It's good to be back home again, in the ocean, where we all come from, Anyway.
What?
Anyway, Everyone okay?
A shark bit my ass, but I'm all right.
That was me.
Okay. If no one minds, I'm gonna turn the boat around. Is that fine?
Yeah.
I'd like to stay a minute longer, but okay. It's fine.
You can talk on the boat. It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to pilot the boat back to land. Greg.
Sure.
If
Roll
I
me a
can.
drive roll.
To the moon.
Sure. I do.
Oh,
I succeed.
yes, with the regular success, you absolutely do. So, as you turn around, you're able to put the boat back in as the two women are staring at Elvis, and they seem to be like conspiratorially whispering to one another as they're looking around and in the water, as if you guys are the only ones on the boat now. There's no driver. Elvis's co-star is not there. It's just Elvis Gumble, Lenny, and these two women. One of them, the aforementioned Bridget, who had been dead. And as they are looking around, they're looking in the water, and the blonde, who is like a vision of a Bond girl, comes up to Elvis and says, "Where's your co-star?"
Where?
Where?
Say. I look towards the water.
There's
and
a
also
vice
the churning
president.
Blood.
How didn't I know about this?
Everybody roll a spot hidden for me. Who's on the boat that knows about
he the
this
guy?
question?
He was the guy. By the way, he's the guy that I brought into the water with Elvis, but didn't save.
That's exactly what happened. But
So, like, there was a boat that I was trying to pull you guys into, but I instead pulled you and him just directly into the shark water. That's a success. Oh, wait, no, it failed. 77. Or is it 17?
I also
Damn,
failed.
Elvis.
Jesus, Elvis, you see as
My Elvis
the
eyes.
sharks have receded. Yeah, what do your Elvis eyes see? As you look around, you see that the water has cleared again, magically being dispersed or filtered of all of this blood. The corpses are still like moving towards shore as the current kind of laps both shark and human bits up against the shoreline in the small waves of the cove. But Elvis, as you look around, you don't see your co-star Mealy anywhere. And what you do see, however, though, is just below the surface of the water, almost directly over where your surfboard had been, it looks as if there is a submerged statue of some kind. It's very difficult to see from here, but it seems very large.
Yeah, I look out towards the water, searching him, and then I lock eyes with this statue thing, and I just go, "Ho! What's that? That right there. You see that under the
Say-
surfboard right there,
Some kind of statue, Mr. President.
Presley."
Hoorah.
I say as if that word means something else.
You're using it like a science term. Hoorah,
Yeah.
question mark.
Some kind of Presley, maybe. Could be. Could be.
Is this floating? Is it near the surface, or is it like way down underwater?
How-
Now that Elvis has pointed out to you, it's about 3 feet below the surface. Like, if one of the lower drafted boats had hit it, it probably would have, caused problems for them.
Yeah, if he can, Lenny's gonna try to, or if I can, he's gonna try to like slow down the boat once that's pointed out, so we can get a closer look at this thing.
Yeah, we're going to say that you guys are able to get in shallow enough water where Jane can join you. Lou Stubbs is coming uncomfortably close to Jane. He's trailing uncomfortably close to Jane as he walks behind, and he seems to just want to be involved. He brightens up when he sees Lenny and Gumble, and of course Elvis, as he just kind of adds himself to your group.
Hey, Lou. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, best buddy?
And that's your friend.
Lou, I found him.
Don't have friends.
Is
Oh, your best
everyone
friend
okay? Yeah. Everyone okay? Everyone alright? Any injuries, anything?
A shark bit my ass.
That was me.
And Gumble.
Okay. Right, okay.
Same person.
Yeah, you can definitely take a look, but, what are you guys up in here looking at?
Down with the knife on my head still.
Some kind of statue. Could be a Presley.
A stat?
Something about the vice president.
A statue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the water right over there.
Yeah.
Why are these really
Right there, you see
beautiful
it?
women here?
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that in a second, but maybe we'll deal with the statue stuff first.
Okay.
Man, I did get a pretty sizable chunk out of my ass.
Ladies first. Still me.
Blue Stubbs comes forward. Blue Stubbs walks forward, and he says to Lenny, "I could help with that. I could, fix you the slice."
No, it's the
It looks
salt water is
pretty
like an
bad.
antiseptic. Salt water is like
Not
an
really.
antiseptic. It cleans out the wounds. It's totally fine.
It doesn't do that. It's got like organisms
No.
in it. Actually, it's like really bad for you. You can get like
Yeah,
Super
coral.
fine.
No, it's
No.
Yeah,
I can
he's
How
help.
else is that? No. I'd rather you didn't.
I have needle and thread with me.
Where's your hand?
Oh, I ate some of the gray stuff that came off of you, and it disappeared.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. That sounds like Jane's problem.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go.
Pleasure.
I'm gonna go over here, my pants on, and
They don't
not
look on.
not have you touch me at all. If I could do
I
that,
can actually
it'd
see
be
your
great.
pants now as you pointed them out, but I couldn't see them before. In fact,
That's
you look
fine.
naked.
That's fine. It's a show. I'm doing. Ruben likes it. Gumble a little bit as well.
Good. I'll buy a ticket.
Negative.
It's free. Just stay there. And he like scoots away a little bit. So about that statue, though, we're saying.
Yeah, Jane's gonna take a look. Mostly just to see if this is anything similar to the Tiki statue that was a while back, but she's just gonna take a look at it anyways.
I without a spot hidden roll from here because Elvis hit with an extreme. To get any more information from this thing, you're literally going to have to go out and swim and kind of dive down and look at it. It's not that far below the surface, so it's not, you can
Does it
pretty
look
much
large?
just sink. Considering Elvis would be able to tell you this because of the spot hidden, that in conjunction with the rest of the cove and the cove floor, it looks as if it's 3 feet from the surface of the water, the cove at that point would be maybe 15, 20 feet down. So it's sizable.
Okay.
If it's
So
resting
we're talking
on the
like
floor.
statue, like Little Mermaid statue of Eric kind of thing here. The big old
Yes.
statue. Cool.
Yes.
I'll see. I'll go pick that shit up, but no, I'm not picking up a 12-foot statue. Not working.
Somehow should take a better look, shouldn't we? I mean, it's,
I don't know why we're interested in this statue, honestly.
I mean, the last time that we saw a statue, it seemed to, at least on the Daily Reel, seemed to turn into some strange eldritch creature. So, you know what? Statues seem to
Don't
be of some
remember that.
interest in at least some investigation.
I
Tell you
thought that
what,
was part
Gumble,
of the
why do we
movie.
build statues?
For America.
Right. Now, where do we build statues?
In America.
And where are we right now?
America.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Lou starts to say something and immediately gauges the room and doesn't say anything.
Because I thought you
Weird.
told me that we were in Yugoslavia or the Czech Republic.
Oh, it could be. But then the Ruben talked a lot and said that we were in America. It made me feel better.
Well, if we are in America, what better way to
So-
verify that by checking out this statue to see if this is a statue of an American?
True enough. True enough. That makes a lot of sense. We can figure out if we're in Presley or not.
I kind of
Right.
look nervously
And
towards
who
the
knows
president
Americans
as if
better?
Than me. All right, I've seen a lot of naked Americans before. I could do another one.
Okay, so is Gumble the most reliable of narrators going down to take a look at this statue?
Oh yeah, I'll fly down.
I'm not wounded, am I?
No.
No.
Elvis somehow
I'll-
is okay.
Right, sound the king. I'm gonna go down there as well.
Okay. So Elvis, you're able to, both of you are able to swim down. If you guys want to go down, anybody that wants to go down and engage, it's very easy. You don't need to make a check to get down there. You can go out and just blow the air out of your lungs and sink down to be able to observe it. Once you get there with the water around it and you're staring at it, you can each roll me a spot hidden for the amount of information that I will give you.
In the meantime, I'm going to confidently and safely show Jane my ass and feel zero harassment when doing so. Because if anyone's going to be looking at my ass and going to be completely fine with it, it's just Jane. The only one that's not going to hit on me.
She doesn't give a
Like,
fuck.
Jane, I have a shark bite on my ass. I was serious. It really wasn't Gumble. You want to take a look at this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah, first aid by Jane for that. Elvis has a regular success for his spot hidden. Gumble. Okay, Gumble gets
Nope.
down there. Gumble, what
Can't see
you
anything.
see is it looks like Alexander Hamilton, like straight up Alexander Hamilton. And you're now convinced that despite what you've heard about this still being outside of the United States or a territory owned by the states, you're convinced now that you are indeed in America. Elvis, what you see is a
This is
giant
America,
tiki
good.
statue almost identical to the one that you had in the luau scene where you felt sick and passed out. The difference between the two that you saw before, the other one was wood, this one is stone. And it seems to have been in this cove for a very long time, as it is pitted with the effects of salt water and natural fish and other marine life as they attempt to kind of acclimate or assimilate this large piece of stone into their domain. But you can make out the same features that were held by the tiki statue in your luau scene.
I come back up to the surface and I relay that information as best I can. It
So
seems
at
as if
this
there's
point-
a tiki thing down there again. It's like kind of like the one before, but this one's made of wood.
So got a bomb.
Jane
I don't
is
know how
patching
that
up.
could be. I mean,
Lenny.
maybe,
Another bomb.
but it's a statue.
You just surface, you see Jane patching up Lenny's ass.
Yep.
With those two rolls too, Lenny gets 4 back. Cork, go ahead.
Yeah, so Jane at this point is probably just finishing up. 'Cause- so like the exact same shapes and stuff.
From what I could see, yeah. I mean, I don't have goggles on, but and it's also salt
but
water, so I couldn't see that
Okay.
well.
Well, you mentioned there was a previous statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot like the one in the one in my luau scene that I didn't feel well.
And when we watched the video view of it, the cultists were there and they were chanting the same way that they were chanting just now. And then when they chanted, the statue turned into or had an illusion of looking like some weird eldritch monster thing.
Right.
I honestly
Okay.
don't
I
see
get it.
how any of this is relevant. But okay.
The cult is probably connected to the bomb. So taking down the cult probably take down the bomb and stops everything that's supposed to happen. So
Okay,
if
Gumball.
this,
Let me see if I can.
Communists.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can deal with this. You know how one of the big things we're afraid of right now is sleeper agents.
Sure. And the ones that are
What if
awake
you
as
could-
well. Gotta be careful
Right.
about those.
Yeah. What if you could disguise a sleeper agent as a statue, and then when you say the right words, the statue comes to life and spreads communism? Also has an A-bomb.
That would be bad.
So is Elvis.
I would surmise.
Now let's say that statue could be one of those sleeper agents.
Okay. We gotta kill
What are we
it.
going to do about that? Yes. All right, he's on the same page, I think.
I can do that. So we need to bomb the bombers before they bomb us. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said.
To America.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Where can we find these dickheads?
That's a good question. And I turn to the ladies who were casually here. So you
Ladies.
said,
Hi. We're going to help with the plot advancement of this story as they turn
Yes.
and
It's not necessary, man.
um,
No. Thanks.
okay, we'll be fine.
I'm good. Stay over there.
We've got this. Bye, President. Okay, so they say to Jane as she asks, they're beginning to kind of move away from the scene as they're kind of going around the coast, pulling up some of them almost dissected bodies, or bodies that have been split in half and they're going around and picking up every head and looking at it, seemingly trying to identify, perhaps since they were concerned before, Elvis's co-star. And as you ask this question of them, they simply point towards a tent that seems to have collapsed in on itself. One side of it's down as if a support beam inside or support pole has fallen over. And they say, that's the writer's tent. You might find something in there.
oh, writers, like the screenwriter, the producer, right, Mr. Presley, is also the scriptwriter for this.
April de
Yeah.
Smith.
Right.
April de Smith.
Okay. I guess we could go check it out, right, guys?
I guess. If it'll help us find the communist cult so I can kill them, yes.
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
it
no.
should. Hopefully we can find stuff there. But
Okay. They like writing manifestos, so we should look for one of them.
yeah, and like a little red book kind of deal.
That's right. They always look the same.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I'm gonna search the
Okay.
tent.
Yeah, we're gonna hop over and search.
The fail.
Okay, as you guys go over and you're able to get into the tent, one side is fallen but not collapsed. It's still about 3 or 4 feet above the ground. When you walk in, you see the body of a woman in the sand, as this tent has no actual floor to it. It's just kind of more of a sun shield than anything else. She's face down, lying in the sand. By the color of her hands, which are a stark white, it appears that she's been dead, or she is expired. If you would like to examine anything, there are papers everywhere. Definitely not something that looks as if it was rifled through. They are very deliberate placements of these papers as they are spread everywhere. And with spot hiddens, I can tell you what I can tell you.
I will look for red books only. No such luck. They're hiding them somewhere.
Also, it really helps if you guys roll fantastic in this game, so it always allows me to. Jane, you are able to look around and you quickly identify with your skills that this woman has in fact deceased, but you find numerous indications of an involvement in the occult that it's transparent at this point. She, as a writer, found either deliberately or through some type of persuasion these ancient rituals that she added into the screenplay as dance sequences, chanting, things to make the whole aspect of it more culturally significant. Whether or not she put it in there deliberately, though, evades you. But when you look around, the one thing that stands out the most is that prominently displayed among these various sequence of events, even there's a copy of it inside her annotated screenplay and a separate, almost written, like a scribed copy of a transmittal that originates with the Boo letterhead.
Interesting. I'm going to take a better look at that.
When you look at the one with the Boo letterhead, it's very simple, it's very Spartan, but it talks about 3 places: Richland, Washington, Colma, California, and your current location of Waikiki in Hawaii. Underneath the Richland kind of bullet point, it says scientist, and there is a line drawn through it. In the Colma, California, it says detection, and there is no line drawn through it. And in Hawaii, it says awakening, and there's no line drawn through it. And in the margin, written in what looks like freehand of the copy that you find in the screenplay, it says either Elvis or Mealy will do.
Ah, shit. Okay.
Or Mealy?
Your co-star,
All right.
who is somewhere.
Where else?
Wait a minute. They were trying to replace the President of the United States? Your Vice President?
It's a communist plot.
Yeah, that
They're
could be a
trying to
way
put a
of...
communist into the White House.
I think that's what the and possibly Mr.
That'll
Smith
be more
was
like
trying
a
to
red
do.
house. How do we stop them?
Well, trying to find them and awakening. I they're trying to awaken whatever it is.
Okay.
I think that thing that we saw.
Okay. We gotta find them. We gotta kill them. Or the other way around.
Greg, if I go through all of these, is there anything that looks like an awakening ritual? Or one that'd be used for that purpose? I can roll an occult.
You can, yes, roll an occult for me and see if you can. This seems to be the totality of her. Anybody else may do so if they wish.
Occult? I don't know if I know so much about it. No. Let's see, though.
Hey, Greg, I'm gonna spend 1 point. Spend 1 luck on that.
Okay, when you spend your luck point, Lenny, as you start looking through everything, you realize that the summoning ritual or the awakening ritual is a 3-stage process. It seems that, much like anything that involves an occult nature, it involves 2 things: praising and sacrifice. It seems that, which you're able to deduce from the knowledge that you have, and from the knowledge that you've actually witnessed and are reading right now, The luau scene had several people that were sacrificed to it. They're in the hospital right now, covered in the gray stuff, much like yourself. In the second, in what would look like a cove scene, there was numerous sacrifices that were given, including the detective biscuits. A lot of bloodshed in this one. There was also chanting and singing. And it seems that there must be a third ritual that will ultimately awaken some type of elder god.
So Lenny kind of lays this out like schematics, the different scenes. I assume there's like some kind of like script and storyboarding and whatever. And then he kind of looks over at everyone and says, "All right, King, what's the last big scene of the movie? You had the luau scene, you got the servant scene, and then what? It's going to be you and your co-star. There's going to be another tiki statue, probably a hula girl."
Elvis has no idea.
Plot. Okay, here, hold on.
Maybe there's like a script that we can find and see what the next scene was or something. Yeah.
As Gumble makes as Gumble makes a very astute observation, Jane, you're able to flip to the final pages of the annotated screenplay that the DeSmith woman had, and instead of describing the scene, it shows a kind of a clipping from an article by a Professor Martin Shea about Captain Cook, who discovered the Hawaiian Islands. I have made that available to you in Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice, and you may take a look at that, and if somebody is willing to, they can read it.
Okay. So this is Captain Cook and Lono, Department of History, University of Honolulu, transcript excerpt of a presentation given March 1955. In 1778, Captain James Cook anchored his fleet off the Kona coast of the Big Island of Hawaii during a period of truce during the Hawaiian tribes to honor Lono, the Hawaiian god of fertility and harvest. Cook, viewed as an incarnation of Lono by the Hawaiians, was honored with gifts and ceremonies befitting a god. Soon after departing, Cook's ship was forced back to Hawaii by storm damage. The Hawaiians were angry that Cook, a manifestation of Lono, had allowed the storm to occur. Tensions between the British fleet and the Hawaiians grew, and a savage battle erupted. Attempting to retrieve a stolen rowboat, Cook was surrounded and killed. The killing of a manifestation of Lono may not have cursed the Hawaiians, but Cook's survival was indeed a Hawaiian apocalypse. The European diseases of cholera, measles, and gonorrhea brought by the British fleet decimated the native Hawaiian population of 1 million in 1779 to a mere 88,000 in 1848. If you'll turn to page 612 of your packet, I have a statistical breakdown of the disease vectors, yada.
Right, wow. Yada, 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 but you're... and it seems that as Cook arrived in the Hawaiian Islands, you were easily able to deduce that he was revered as a god, as an avatar of somebody that they worshipped. And with his death, a great apocalypse befell Hawaii. As you're also looking around, you see several, in addition to the Boo folder, you see several governmental top secret folders, among which are the following. A stained folder marked top secret. Inside you see U.S. nuclear documents from the Marshall Islands and the Bikini Atolls, an Operation Crossroads in 1946, a Castle Bravo in 1954, and a Project 4.1, which is a medical study that outlines the potential radioactive fallout that will be given to the indigenous peoples of the islands surrounding the Bikini Atolls. It looks as if both the study, the medicinal study that was given, and the top secret studies came to one conclusion. If there were nuclear blasts tested on the bikinis, anybody in the vicinity, according to wind currents, would be greatly affected by the radioactive fallout, as would marine life.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute, Castle Bravo. That means something in my language in the FBI. This could be a clue. I've used Bravo a lot of times, sometimes for different things. Bravo could be a location, and there could be an alpha, which could mean that there are 2 locations. It's a clever thing, it's code, if you will. Alpha is for A, Bravo sometimes is for B.
Oh.
Many people not in the FBI wouldn't understand that, so
Right.
I happen to be a code breaker myself.
Notice if we have
All of
FBI
us work
badges.
for Boo. And know that.
Just as well I was here.
Right.
Good thing it's the 50s and there was a draft. And almost every male knows that.
Okay.
Just as well I was here.
So we have a whole bunch of these codes. I'm trying to figure out what the connection between any of these are. I mean, we have some evidence about, there was it's a ritual, I guess, that ritual magic stuff, I don't know. With a third scene supposed to awaken whatever this is. And then there's seemingly some connection with, obviously, the nuclear stuff that's happening, considering this is supposed to stop what happens 2 weeks from now. But also connected to Bikini Atoll. Oh, huh.
What if? I'm just spitballing crazy shit right now. This Captain Cook guy and this Lono thing is real.
I mean, it's
And that
kind of
tiki statue down there and the tiki statue over there that made people sick, like the article said, made people sick, is the statue of Lono. And they're trying to resurrect Lono.
That was this Lono guy.
I mean, it's not the weirdest thing we saw. You were a robot, Jane, and a little girl turned into a man with oozy tentacles and black shadows coming out of him.
Yeah, I still don't know how.
So- That's all right.
Yeah. Okay. Either way.
2 days ago, I spooned my eyeball out, and I have 2 eyeballs again. So
That's true.
Did Lenny turn into your Triumvine character?
Well, my voices blend together, Myth. We can't all be voice actors.
The call out.
We can't all be as cool as you. God, I'm gonna shave my mustache next.
Get on it. Get on it.
So,
Oh man.
are we making this something that there might be the either location of where Captain Cook landed?
Have we been to Castle Bravo?
I feel like I probably have.
Greg, have
He
we
just says
been to
that.
Castle Bravo?
Have you been to Castle Bravo? No, Castle Bravo was the name of an operation to use the Marshall Islands and the Bikini Atolls to test nuclear weapons. It was not a nice operation, as historically speaking, some meta knowledge, the fallout destroyed several cultures. But we knew our bombs
Yeah,
worked.
it's when we were just arbitrarily chucking nuclear bombs into the ocean.
Good. Okay. So Castle
That's how
Bravo,
SpongeBob happened.
big success. And they're trying to undo Castle Bravo. Maybe they're trying to pull off Castle Alpha in order to kill the president and put in their own communist president into the White House. Question no. Was there somewhere in all of this where this happened? Because maybe they're there again, trying to make it happen or undo it. So if there was like a base or an island or somewhere, I don't know, like a castle maybe, that they did this the first time, Maybe they're there now.
Roll a luck roll for me, Dumble.
That's nope.
Yep. It's a question.
Yep. So what do you think, guys?
Do we have any contacts here?
I'm here.
I just woke up this morning.
As
Yes, thank
Lou
you.
Stubbs is in the tent with you and has been there the entire time, looking through stuff and trying to help out.
Our last
Wish you
contact. Well, Lexi kind of got eaten by whatever tentacle thing within the sand.
saw
And
that.
then the
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I saw that.
Yep, and then the other contact, I guess, would be the whoever you were talking to, Gobble, when we first woke up. Red hair man who was breathing us every day. Yeah, him.
Agent.
Yeah,
I'm right here.
Not
Hey.
you.
not you.
Why?
We're
I can help
talking-
out. What are you guys looking for? We're best friends, so I mean, I can help out. I feel good about it. I can feel good about helping out.
Any kind of castles near here?
No,
Do you know where what Captain Cook landed or was during his stay here when
200 years ago.
Yeah.
well, in addition to being a chronic masturbator, I'm a bit of a history buff, and I remember.
Chronic.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I saw it drop.
That was a choice you made right now, right?
Right, and well, I'll repeat myself. In addition to being a chronic masturbator, I am a bit of a history buff, and he landed on the big island of Hawaii, but I don't remember where. It's not this island. It was another island.
Okay. So if they're researching into it, either it's researching into because of the events and the echoing, or because that place is significant. The only other significant
Hey.
place I can think of. What?
Whenever I had my tent yard sale, I had to get a permit from the permit office. I would guess that if they were going to film anywhere, they probably need permits.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
not
maybe-
a bad plan.
Locations.
it's not a
Yeah.
bad idea. We should go do that, right, guys? Maybe.
Hey, best friends! He puts his hand up for a high five.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
No,
NPC.
Jane.
Let's do it.
Jane is ignoring that.
Is Elvis high five him?
Yeah.
He does? Oh, he high fives, but he does that real weird move where you high five, but then he grabs hold of your hand and he just squeezes it like tenderly, and he just whispers, "Thank you." And it lingers, and then he lets go. I know where the permit office is. It's over
Okay.
in-
Yeah,
I can drive.
I can also
Way better
drive.
idea than any of us driving. So you
I
guys
still
think
have my
that
knife on my forehead.
Yep.
we think that they're trying to resurrect Lono? Is that what we're thinking? That's what I'm.
Yeah, I mean it's
That's
Well, they're trying
not
to
what
the
I
really
was
weirdest
thinking.
thing.
But
something.
okay.
to protect their islands from something. Probably from the bombs.
Yeah.
They've been bombing us pretty hard though, so
It's pretty good thought.
Right.
Okay, let's just head over to the permit office, right, guys?
Yeah,
Just
the permit office.
just keep
the office where they sell
keep
permits.
looking through things. Evidence is really important.
sure.
I can. I'll take you guys over there. I have my Woody wagon. We can drive in. Let me go over and
I get in a car.
he goes over.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I'm gonna let that one go.
So yeah,
You get in
it's
the
a
car,
woody wagon. It's got the wood panels on the side of it, and you'll notice that when Lou jumps in and gets behind the driver's side, when he has a 3 on the tree transmission, his right hand has returned as he is operating the manual transmission. Takes about 15-20 minutes for him to negotiate through town, as there is an obvious stir and commotion with several murders by shark being done in the cove behind you guys, as local law enforcement descends upon the area to fish out corpses and fish. And when you guys are able to make it to town hall, which houses the permit office, it is now dark outside as he pulls up in front and push stops the Woody, turns off the key and pulls it out, puts it in his pocket, and his hand disappears again. And he says, "We're here, guys. It's right there."
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Lou. What do you
One
got in
is
your
gone,
hand
The
there?
other one's disappeared. That's happening.
What's that?
He has one hand in his pocket and the other one vanished.
No, his
Yeah, you
his
know that
right
old
hand
Alanis
that was
Morissette song.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. The other one was hailing a taxi cab. No, he was driving, and the right hand was there, but when you guys pulled up and the key came out, then the hand disappeared. His other hand's fine. It's gesticulating and
Hey,
pointing towards.
hey, Lou.
Yeah.
Lou, I couldn't help but notice that your hand. Sometimes I can see it, sometimes I can't. I know you said you ate some gray stuff, but
Yeah, some of your gray stuff, best friend.
yeah. What you got in your hand there?
My apparently some type of surge when I ate the green or the gray matter. Whenever I'm wielding my weapon, my hand disappears.
Yeah, I've heard and seen some weird things about you, Lou. So I'm just curious what constitutes a weapon for you.
Yeah, what you rocking there? What you working with?
Yeah. I'm definitely not
I'm
a
still with confidence,
superpower.
Lou.
Talking about 9mm?
Well,
45?
more like a 22.
22?
That's okay. I've accepted.
Okay. It's all about what you do with it. You know? Where you aim it. How you reload it. That kind of thing.
I feel like this conversation's gotten away from me, and I'm going to move on.
Make sure the
Pretend this
safety's
didn't
on.
happen.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's go get a
I don't
permit.
think
What
I'm
are we
talking
getting a permit for?
personally.
Hey, permits.
Yeah, you guys want to go in town hall?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, we have to go to town
Yeah.
hall to get the.
Please.
Okay, so as you guys take the steps, it's a relatively modest building for here in Waikiki, as opposed to some of the more prominent structures in the mainland that would have a town hall consisting of, long steps up into an elevated structure, columns, blah, blah, blah. This is no steps right off the curb into a 1.5-story complex, meaning that there's a main 1 story and then a half a floor elevation for a 2nd story, kind of crudely depicted as the town hall. However, when you go in, it is very dark, and the front door, which is made of glass, is both open and cracked.
That's not a good sign, is it?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, I guess if we're gonna go in, we should do so consciously. I mean, if we've gotten to places that we should go for.
Yeah, all I have is this steak knife, so I'm just gonna hold it because I'm wearing scrubs.
It's got
and he
22.
walks through.
I'm gonna take out my
I don't
gun.
think we're on the same page with that 22.
I brought your jacket. And he holds
Your
up
jacket
the
now.
leather jacket.
Your jacket now, best friend.
Really? He puts it on.
Yeah, buddy, you get that one.
It's way too big for him.
I bet it is, Greg.
It's 22.
We go inside, Greg.
Yes, please.
Okay, how are you guys going inside as I get a walking order for this shit show?
Does Gumble allow anyone else to go in first?
Yeah, right.
No.
I'll go second. My God.
Okay, Gumble.
I'll go third.
Okay,
Stay back, Mr. President.
Here's a sentence I never thought in my life I would say. So Gumble is first, Elvis is second, and Sparks is third. Jane, I'm
Yeah.
assuming that you are okay.
Yeah, Jane will take off the back, I guess.
Jane
don't know, it's
and
awful.
Lou.
Yeah,
Gumble, Elvis, Lenny, Jane, Lou.
yeah.
As you guys walk into the area, it is very dark. It's going to require additional lights. I'm not sure if anybody has any, but as soon as you kind of go in about 2 or 3 feet, you hear a click as Lou has produced a flashlight from the jacket pocket of the leather jacket, seemingly the same flashlight that was given to you all in the Mercer Caves, or you guys acquired in the Mercer Caves of Coma, California. It's something that probably shouldn't easily be concealed in a pocket, but Lou apparently pulled one out of there as he holds it up and looks around. He goes, "Does anybody want this?" And he holds it up towards the front of the line.
You got it.
Puppy.
I attach it like
Okay.
next to my knife, so I'm gonna like have the knife and the flashlight on my head.
So it's like a knife with like a tack light, like a tactical light, kind of like
a tactical light. Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go. Tack
It's
knife.
perfect.
Exactly
It's
like
it's
that.
meant to be there all along.
This feels good. Feels right.
Okay, so as Gumble has gone full anime, the rest of you are following behind. Lou will point forward, and this is a very small building, but he will point forward and he'll go out. It should be in the back. The permit, that's where I had to go anyway. It was just for this floor, but in the back.
Hey,
I make my way. And I investigate the whole time. Never mind. I don't see shit.
Shit. Let's see. Spot hidden from Gumble is actually a success.
Okay,
also
regular
succeed.
successes from Gumble, Lenny, and Jane. As you guys are walking forward, we're going to say it is Gumble because of his order in the march. Gumble, you're the first one to see the first foot sticking out of an office that is 2 from the right down the hallway that you're going through.
there's a foot over there. I see it. Right there.
Is it attached to anything?
Dunno. Can't. Negative. Can't see. Could be. Anyone
Go
else?
investigate.
Okay. Wait, no, Mr. President. I'll look.
Okay, all right.
I'll go ahead and investigate the foot.
Okay, Gumble, this goes without saying, but I'm going to ask it anyway as I maintain some semblance of mechanics. Do you wish to try to do this quietly or not?
Yeah, relatively.
Like a droidica.
Like a
Okay.
droidica on a Sunday afternoon.
So you're going to take a Sunday drive, easy like Sunday morning, like a
Yep.
padded wheel droidica.
Correct.
Okay. Make me a stealth check.
Okay. That's an 85. Fail.
Okay. Instead of a padded wheel droidica, it sounds like a wooden wheel droidica. as you clamber forward, knife and tactical attached light, creating quite a stir on the tile floor here of the Hawaiian Waikiki Town Hall. You go forward and you look into the room and you see a very dead older man, maybe 58 years old, balding, gray hair along the temples in a horseshoe. He's got a wide-eyed look of terror on his face, and the face it's relatively intact, but his upper chest is not, where it seems as if you can actually see ribs that are poking out at an odd angle, as if something either clawed in or burst out. Can't really tell.
Attention.
I call back.
This man is very dead. Super dead. Like that guy Greg I killed.
Still killing.
Oh, dead.
Yeah, what killed him?
Looks like something burst out of his face.
Out of his face.
Could be. Or into. Tough to tell.
I don't.
Anybody want to go up and take a look?
I don't think it is. I'm
not
gonna
exactly a doctor.
I mean, I'm a doctor, but
More of a psychiatrist.
I'm an engineer.
Doesn't count.
All right. No. That's what everyone keeps telling me.
Who's taking
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a look as well. What am I rolling for you, Greg?
This would be a spot hidden at first, and if you want a more in-depth information, a medicine check by those that have the skill.
Yeah, Jane's gonna take a look down.
I'm gonna spend 1 luck and make it a hard success.
Okay. Let's see. Regular success by Jane on both the spot hidden and the medicine, and a regular success by Lenny.
I'm gonna spend 1 luck to make that a hard success, Greg.
Hard success. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you guys are looking, Lenny, I'm gonna give you different information here as you're looking more away from the wound than anything else. So you're the first to identify that under this old man's nails in what would be considered a defensive type of scenario, you see that there is what looks like gray matter under each of the fingernails, like rolled, as if this man was clawing something that produced this accumulation of filth under his right hand. Without a check, you know immediately this is the same stuff you pulled off your body. You are intimately aware of it. It is that thick scale of gray. Jane, when you're looking at this and you see the hole in the chest with the oddly shaped broken ribs that are coming from it, you who are also very intimate with this, it's apropos the two of you chose to look at these things in this way, you see a residual black liquid that seems to be inside the marrow of one of the exposed bones. It shies away from the light of the droideka known as Gumball that is with you whenever his narwhal head kind of flashes around. But other than that, it has that same type of oil pool that you've witnessed before, both in Richland, Washington, and Colma, California. And even though you don't remember the moment of your death.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Okay, so this is like really, really similar to previous cases. And Jane's just gonna take her pencil that she's been using and kind of just scrape off the black onto it to show the other. This is like really similar to the stuff that we saw, the drippy stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but did the black stuff come out of this guy?
The anti-semen.
Okay, yeah, it at least it seemed to be in his marrow or something. So.
Okay, so wait. So if you look at his nails, it looks like he was fighting somebody that had that gray stuff like me. So maybe they're opposite ends of whatever the hell.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Gray stuff.
Maybe the great stuff I was wearing.
Like, and then she
Yeah,
goes
like-
into her bag and pulls out
Like-
the small sample and a handkerchief.
You know, who said that they just ate some gray stuff?
That was me.
Lou.
And who just led us here?
Lou.
Right.
Me again. Yep.
Who had a flashlight when I asked for one?
Lou.
That's me again.
That's like 3 out of 3, double jeopardy, triple jeopardy. Like, that's just jeopardy.
I'm sorry, what's
So,
so your hypothesis here is?
Lou, did you kill this guy?
This guy?
Yeah.
No.
Did you kill another guy?
No.
That was a very long pause. The kind of pauses that I take when I'm trying to remember who I've killed. Like when I try to think of if I've killed 12 people. I think it's more. See? You notice that pause?
So Jane,
Didn't.
what I'm thinking is the people in the coma and the people with the black stuff don't like each other. Right? Like, I think based on the last 2 places we were, the people with the black stuff are trying to make the nukes go off, and the people with the gray stuff are trying to stop them. Like me, who was covered in gray stuff, and the coma patients. Because the coma patients were the same people that were, I don't know, put to sleep by the tiki thing. I don't know, man. I'm spitballing ideas here. Someone help me out.
Yeah, I would just, I mean, possibly, but it just seems more like a symptom of whatever happened to them. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
It's less like that is who they are. It's whatever done to them that's different.
So we're
I don't know.
ruling out Lou, despite this
Right, but-
super suspicious answer.
But Bridget was covered in gray stuff, and she was dead, right? And then she woke up, and then she said to you that she was here to stop the cultists.
Right.
I think
never
the
talked to
black
me.
ooze guys. Right? No, she talked to Jane. Shut up,
I guess.
Lou. I think the black goo guys are the bad cultists. The gray skinned people are here to stop.
We can agree with that.
Okay, maybe. Or they've been
All right,
infected in a different way.
Maybe we should keep
Kind of a
going.
mean word called.
Wait,
Quick question, Greg. So
Lou, are you
if
part
there's
of
a
a
whole,
cult?
No.
Wait. That's a kind of long answer I take. And I'm trying to remember if I'm in a cult. Lou, is there something
you
you
in a-
should tell us here?
No. Are you in a cult?
Maybe. Tough to remember. But, you know, Lou, if you ate some of that gray stuff, joined the cult, and then killed some guys, it would be real handy for you to let us know so that we can find the communists. You would be our best friend if you told us forever. In fact, you'd be my best man at me and Ruben's wedding ceremony.
I don't want to. She's sort of my girlfriend. I mean, I got a little upset when I was in the back when all that happened, but I saw her looking at the dead guy's ass too. I mean, that's okay.
Answer the goddamn question.
I forgot it. Am I a
Are you a
cultist?
part of a cult?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are you part of a group of people?
Yes.
Okay. Do these people also eat gray shit like you do?
I don't know. Do you guys eat gray shit? Like, I'm
No.
part of you guys. We're a group, right?
Oh my god.
Lou,
Yes.
I'm getting real close to killing you. Because I think you might be hiding communist information from me, an agent of God and America. So if you know something about these commies you're not telling us, well, you should tell me, or else I might have to use my face on your face.
I tap my knife.
I can't lie to you, best friend. That excites me a little bit, but
me too.
I'm not. I'm a representative of the United States government, and I'm not. I don't like communism. I'm not part of that group.
Right answer. Good. Glad we could clear that up.
All right. This guy's dead. Do you want to keep going, or I don't know?
One last question, Greg, about this goddamn body. Does this look? If I look at it, does it kind of have the same size, the hole in him, same size and shape as that weird bug shit that we saw in Michelin?
You can roll a spot hidden or a history check for me, as you're remembering something.
Well, I'm not good at history, but I'm okay with spot hiddens. That's a hard success.
It looks to be right around the exact same size.
Oh, okay. Well, remember those bugs? The bug that crawled out of the person's head in Michelin? This is like the same shape, size, coming out of something. Hey, so there could be a connection drawn between this hole and a creature to create this hole.
Yeah.
Which would explain the black stuff too.
Yeah.
So we should look out for any of those. Because last time we saw one that tried to attack us. That wasn't great.
Yeah, last time that happened, I shot him in the face and a bug crawled out of his head.
Yeah, so like the bug crawled. I think the bug thing crawled out of him. Of this guy, possibly.
Yeah, I think they crawl out when they die. But this time I don't have a gun.
Yep. So let's keep an eye out for that, right?
Yeah.
Generally, it goes without saying
for the bugs.
that I look out for guys with giant bugs coming out of their brains.
Let's look for not bugs. The weird, not normal bugs.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Got some bug repellent, just in case.
Deal.
Just rub it on your skin.
I'm in.
Like lotion.
We had a guy like that come into the morgue.
With bugs?
No, the hole like that.
Oh. Okay. Well, maybe we should get to the permit office, get the information as to where the next scene's going to happen, so we know where to go to stop more of this happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the permit guy, but this is in his office. His office is down the hall.
Okay, let's go to the office so we can maybe find the papers.
Sure.
Okay.
Is the wound in the chest or the face?
It's right at the top of the chest. It's almost like it rips the sternum and breaks the ribs.
Okay.
Why don't you guys walk conveniently in front of me, please?
Can do.
So conveniently.
Conveniently in front of me.
Deal.
Okay, so you guys are able to make it down towards the end of the hall. And Lou quickly identifies one of the rooms. He goes, that's that guy's office. He was, I don't know, I guess he was in charge of like land permits or something. But
how'd you know so much about this place, Lou?
I had to get a permit for my tent yard sale when I had it.
I'm gonna spot hidden and look through the files to the Blue Hawaii set locations and permits that have been approved. Yeah.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
These rolls.
Elvis opens one drawer. Right. Elvis opens one drawer puts his hand in and pulls out one folder, and it is the movie set location permit files. And when he opens it up and pulls out one sheet of paper, the first sheet of paper that he pulls out is a permit for the location of presumably the final scene. It is on the big island of Hawaii, and it seems as if there is
A wedding scene.
A wedding scene, correct, where there is a permit that is being issued on the lava fields.
Perfect.
So if
I
that
remember
might be
now. It's a wedding.
without your co-star now. But they said that they only needed one of you in the notes. Right.
For the scene,
So-
we're going to need 2. Yep.
Okay, so you guys think this is like the last location of whatever ritual this is?
Yeah, I do.
It has
I
to
think we
be.
should probably.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't really been following. Ever since I denied that lady plot, it's all been a bit messy since there. So,
Yeah, we're gonna go to the lava fields where the last scene is gonna be, and look there for a statue. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, pretty
We can
much,
do
I
that.
think.
we can do that.
Maybe destroy it. Maybe
And also
maybe the
find-
cultist.
Melee.
That's a really mean word, by the way.
What?
Cultist is a mean word.
The C word, yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Any particular reason why it's a mean word?
It's
What would you
offensive,
call it?
for one.
To the
You're
people
offended.
in a
Friends,
cult.
like-minded friends.
Okay. Do you have like-minded friends that are not 4 of us, 5 of us, 4 of us?
Yeah, I do. I certainly do.
Okay. What are they? What are you guys like-minded about? If you don't mind me asking, I'm curious. Maybe I want to be a friend to those guys too. Spread your friendship. It's a great day for friendship, I heard.
Yeah, I met him when I had my yard sale, and we were, tax exemption was big. That was a big part of it.
You can see that.
We met like weekly, which was nice because I'm so lonely.
Mhm.
And 3, it was like the atomic destruction of the world, which
Okay.
seems pretty interesting.
Wait a
And-
minute.
Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
very interesting. Yeah, yeah.
Wait. What was that last one? That sounded like something we were doing. Wait
No.
a minute.
Meeting once a week.
It's
That's the
fine.
opposite of what we're doing.
so.
And we meet once a week.
Shh, Gumball. We meet once a week at least. So
But you're not always here. Sometimes
What
you'll be
are these? What do these guys call themselves? If you don't mind me asking, is there a cool name for your club?
That isn't cultist.
For my. No, we don't have a name. It's more of like just a feeling. Like
Okay.
we feel like we have a cool. I guess I can show you guys. We have a cool symbol, and he pulls
Yeah.
up the sleeve of his left shirt, and you see the
Okay.
Smile ass.
atomic symbol
See,
with the.
this is the first time Gumball has been right about something before Lee Evans.
Wait a minute. That's...
Oh,
I was right this whole time. This whole time it all connects. What did I say when we were in the caves that it had to do with semen? And Lou has the most semen we have ever seen. I knew from day one. I knew.
Hey,
I'm
Gumball,
not sure
you want
seen my semen.
Gumball, you want to come over here for a second and I have a private conversation with you, real quick, just super fast.
Too much. Okay.
Lou starts
Yeah.
coming over. Lou starts walking over as well.
No, it's a one-on-one. It's just me and my best friend Gumball. We're going to discuss possibly joining your group, and then once we decide, we'll let you know. Is that fair? But I want to discuss with my best friend Gumble.
A one-on-one, that's kinky. Cool, fine.
Yeah.
I'll just wait over here by the door.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And once Lenny and Gumble are away, Gumble, I think that Lou's a cultist, and I think the best course of action is for you to kill him to extract all of the semen that you were discussing just a moment ago.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, you're the best at that. The killing and the extraction of semen. I think you're the man for the job.
I need a presidential degree. Mr. President, can you come over here?
Yeah. Presley?
Hey, I'm thinking about killing Lou. Just wanted to see where you were on the whole killing Lou scenario, and then extracting his semen.
I assure you,
First
Mr.
part of that,
Presley,
I'm
he'll
all right with.
do both.
Okay.
The second part, I'm not comfortable with.
Okay.
You don't have to be a part of the second part. In fact,
You don't
only
have to see it,
Gumble
Mr. President.
can handle
You
that.
just do it from your command room. I can take him out. Should I kill him?
Is Jane a part of this conversation?
Okay.
Or is she standing
No,
uncomfortably
it's
close to Lou?
It's just Jane standing uncomfortably close to Lou.
Hey, Jay.
Lou goes up to Jane.
Good.
Wait, no, while you guys are talking, Lou goes up to Jane. What do you think they're talking about?
I'm not sure. Not sure.
He nudges you with his shoulder. Come on, you can tell me. What do you think?
I really don't know. I don't understand half the things that Gumble says anyway. I just, smile and nod, and I try to listen. Trying to listen is half the battle.
That's what I do with my group. I don't understand a lot of what they're doing, but they're nice and they're fun.
Oh, they fun now. Yeah,
Hey,
they did.
Call out and be like,
Hey, James, you mind taking 2 steps to the right? Don't ask. Do not ask. Don't ask.
Okay.
I think you just see Lenny turns and he's like,
When Jane takes 2 steps, are you taking 2 steps, Jane?
Yes.
You'll notice that Lou takes the 2 steps and maintains his proximity.
Hey, Lou, can you take 2 steps to the left?
He does, and he is now on top of Jane. He is literally right behind, peeking over her shoulder. Is that good?
No, more over that way, away from Jane. We're in this little secluded spot over there.
To the
Breaking
right.
angles. Yep.
To the right? And he points and his hand appears.
That'll do it.
Okay. His hand disappears again. He walks over to the area you've indicated and stays there.
Hey, Lou, can you turn around?
Are there rabbits back here I'm supposed to look at, or?
That's right. A lot of rabbits, Lou. The alfalfa. It's gonna be great.
you know what they say about taking rabbits to a farm, Lou.
Do I get to pet the rabbits? Do I get to pet the rabbits,
Yeah.
Gumble?
You get to pet all the rabbits, Lou.
Okay. I guess I'll turn around now. I don't see any rabbits, but there's a. You guys are my best friends. I hope you know that. You're better than those other guys, but you guys talk to me a lot more. Tell me to do stuff, which isn't really awful, but this is fine. I don't I'm scared of blank walls.
he looks back, I've got the gun to the back of his head. I give the president a thumbs up, good.
What are you doing?
Sorry, Lou. I'm sorry.
And I shoot him in the back of the head.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay, as you shoot Lou in the back of the head, you add the sound effect. You crazy bastard. Okay,
That fucking Wilhelm scream on cue. Oh, no.
as you God damn it. As you pull the trigger on this, I want you to do two things for me, Gumball. I want you to roll a power roll and a spot hidden roll. Everybody else can roll a spot hidden. Let me know of any successes all around, please.
Jesus Christ.
My power roll.
I had a hard success.
Oh my god, I got
size
an
fail.
extreme success on my power check. And my spot hidden is a fail.
I got a success on the spot hidden as well.
Okay, so Gumball, you feel when you pull the trigger, you feel a surge of what you've been electrocuted before, and you know the feeling. This is very akin to that. Only you didn't piss yourself, and you're not on the ground crying. You're still standing there, and the electricity is kind of surging through you. You feel it in your teeth. You feel it in like your fingernails and your toenails as the current kind of seeks to escape from your body. And as you sit there and kind of get charged up with the shot that goes through, everybody else except Gumball, I think everybody else succeeded in their spot hiddens. No, Elvis didn't. So
Nope.
Jane and Lenny, you see a flash of what looks like purple coming from the sleeve of Lou's shirt as he stands there, and with the shot that has gone off, he's still looking, and he kind of holds his ear and shakes his head. Damn, that was loud. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Shoot him again. I'm gonna shoot him again. I look confused back to the president like, it's never happened. Honestly, Mr. President, I pull the trigger.
I was good the first time.
Roll another power check, and do the second person same as the first.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really sorry, Mr. President. Second power check is a success, an extreme success again.
Extreme success, it's crazy. Okay, so again, this feeling of escaped electricity, your fingernails actually blacken. Several of them seem to become more brittle. Your teeth don't become brittle, but you can feel like a taste in your mouth of expended electricity coupled with like burnt gum, as the tissue in your mouth kind of captures a little bit of that burn. You guys see again another flash comes from the symbol as Lou is just standing there, and he's I definitely can't hear myself. I can't hear myself. Can you guys,
Well, I think that's
what are we
fine.
shooting at? And Lou pulls out a gun. What are we shooting at?
I shoot him again for the third time. He's got a gun.
As he turns around,
I think we all fire.
he turns around and the gun literally goes like right at his nose when you pull the third trigger. So go ahead and pull the third trigger. Oh, I'm sorry. Power check and.
Oh no! I'm gonna spend 2 luck to succeed on that.
Okay. Now, Will, what I want you to do is roll me 3d10 to see what the culmination of all of this is with this third shot of yours as it goes off.
Oh my god! I rolled a 9, a 10, and a 9. I took 28 points of damage.
So as Lou turns around and the gun literally the barrel is like moving his nose and he's got his pistol in his hand, when you pull the third shot, there is a brilliant flash that comes from the left arm, and a couple things happen at once. I'm going to need dex checks from Elvis, from Sparks, and from Jane. You guys all witness the absolute cracking and splitting of the head of Lou Stubbs as whatever eldritch nature was held the tattoo and protected him vanishes with the third shot of point-blank shot of Gumble as he does 28 damage in that flurry of blows. And the second is Gumble comes rocketing toward you all as he is expunged from the area.
Failed.
Fail.
Succeed.
The flying.
Damn it.
I'm falling.
I'm coming.
Those were Lou's last words. As you go flying backwards, you crash into both Elvis and Jane. And Elvis and Jane, you each get 2 damage, as does Gumble, as you guys all kind of crack heads right by the door, which is a better state than the head of Lou Stubbs, who has painted the office with his brain matter and a black substance as it begins to ooze and drip down the walls. And as Lou's body drops to his knees and drops forward, a bug about the size of your hand crawls out of the brain cavity that's now been exposed and begins to alight with these iridescent wings as it takes up into the air.
Kill it.
The only person that
There's
can
5
act on
legs
this,
because one of them is playing with its egg sac.
right? One of them's invisible; you can't see it. So, the only person that can react to the emergence of this iridescent bug is one Lenny Sparks. Lenny, I'm gonna need you to roll first a dex check, as this bug seems to be coming straight for you. You're gonna take a nat 1 on that, by the way.
Oh, fuck. I literally succeeded with the exact number I needed, you son of a bitch. All right, that is
You do
my
have
final
one
nat 1.
It is your final nat 1. As the jumble of people that are on the floor see this bug smash into the face of one Lenny Sparks, and as he turns, you don't see where it goes. Jane, Elvis, and Agent Gumble, what would you like to do?
Oh, God.
I stumble back as I get hit by Gumble. Is there? We don't see the bug anymore. Bug flew off.
Well, Lenny, the bug flew directly at Lenny's face, and you kind of saw him react to it, but then there's a jumble of motion over there.
Oh, perfect.
Gumble.
Okay, good. I know what happened. All right, so
It's a gumble of emotion.
That was weird. Wow, that really took a while to die. Good man.
I think it was that symbol.
real, very weird.
Which means it's going to be really hard killing those other ones.
Wouldn't worry about it too much.
Lenny? Lenny, you okay?
I think so.
Cool.
I think I'm all right. He kind of like turns back to everybody.
Should
I think I'm okay. No, it sort of just like clipped me. I think it like bounced off. I don't see where it went though. I think I'm okay. I think it saw that like I was the only one paying attention, and it like whacked me, and then just kept going to get out of here. It disabled me.
Bugs do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
All right, well, should we make our way to the lava fields?
Probably. Probably yes.
To get to the lava fields, you're going to need some type of either seacraft or aircraft, as it is on a different island. However, you do have Elvis Presley, who has his own private plane, which is Memphis Flyer.
That's right.
Or the boat at the fishing boat at the movie shoot.
Or private jet.
Perfect. Can you fly
Who
a
knows how
private
to
jet?
fly?
Yeah.
I'm Elvis.
Sir,
I can do anything
yes,
I want.
sir. I can fly this machine. Did this back in Nam, my holiday.
So you guys are going to the Memphis Flyer to fly over to
Yep.
the Big
Technically,
Island?
it was a chopper, but details.
Yeah, we go to the Memphis
Go
Flyer.
for it. Okay, yeah. So it takes about an hour. You guys are able to backtrack over to the airfield. There sits the beautiful Memphis Flyer. She's waiting for Elvis. She's trimmed out in gold and paisley. Beautiful, beautiful bird of the sky. And just mechanically speaking, anytime Elvis is on board the Memphis Flyer, anything he does is a crit. So as you guys walk in,
I've got
Elvis, would you like
actions?
would you guys like to? I just giggled. I think. Would you guys like to walk? Elvis, would you like to fly the Memphis Flyer too?
Yeah. I usually don't fly, but I will this time. Because I know it'll be fun.
With a natural nat 1, which is a perfect in this, the Memphis Flyer takes off without incident. And so as you guys are careening through the air, you have about a 45-minute flight time. You can take this time to prepare for anything that you would like to prepare for as you are landing on the Big Island. And the next meeting that you have will determine how we will end this bad boy in upcoming sessions. So let's turn around. Let's do a little bit of an introspection here as we're going to save Lenny for last. Agent Gumbel, what is Agent Gumbel thinking right now? It has been proven that here in the territory of Hawaii, which is outside of the United States, that there are not only foreign invading sharks, but there are actual bipedal communists that are here trying to keep Hawaii from becoming a state in the United States. What is Gumbel thinking at this moment?
Gumbel is deeply troubled by by what he's learned in this place, and he's currently writing up like a quick pitch to the president to just bomb all of this place in order to prevent communism. He's writing up like a plan basically for this, and like a tactical squad to go in and take out any of the leaders of this place. And then he's sort of writing up in a little sketchbook ideas for where we could place statues of Mr. Presley and other American heroes around this place. He's missing Ruben a lot, and he's missing home, honestly. He's really missing his world-famous potato salad that he makes on occasion. And if he had the means to make it, he would do so here with raisins, added raisins. So he's kind of introspectively writing. He looks out the window of the plane every now and again, a tear across his eye as he writes about how he's going to nuke the rest of this place. And he's also on the back page of his diary, which he keeps. He's drawn like stick figures of a house, and it's him and Ruben, who is quite clearly dressed as a man, holding hands together. There's a little dog there as well, Pabst, who he also misses.
Right, we don't know what has become of Pabst, the blue ribbon dog. But just to recap the thoughts of Gumbel, it is a scorched earth policy for Elvis Presley to nuke the islands of Hawaii. And then further, after I'm assuming the annihilation of Hawaii, it's monument placement for various heroic American figures, including Elvis Presley. It's also a bit of
Hawaii.
Right.
He wants to decimate everybody and then erect mysterious, heroic statues.
Correct.
And then on the personal note
American
of all
dream.
of this, Gumbel is missing America. He's missing
Yes.
Ruben. He's missing the white picket fence of his American dream. It's touching.
Correct. Yeah. Thank you.
So as you're scribbling this in your journal, let's go over to Lenny. Let's go over to Elvis. Elvis, what are you thinking at this time as you are piloting the Memphis Flyer towards this dark island, the big island of Hawaii? You are an entertainer, but more than that, you are an agent of the United States as well. You owe a lot to the country of America. A success of unprecedented scale in the entertainment business, but this is something that goes beyond that. And what is Elvis thinking at this time?
I think Elvis is probably thinking how much he probably wishes that he didn't have to, fight for anything, where it was just the easier days of singing and not needing to worry about weird cultists. Gumbel himself, and also riding sharks and things like that. He's more interested in trying to land the plane at the moment and trying to just get his movie finished. And this is the only way he could do that.
Then I hand you
Elvis
my
is still
nuclear
holding out.
plan.
What?
Then I hand you my nuclear attack plan for the islands of Hawaii.
It's just one side of a bifold, and it shows like the green, lush Hawaii, and then it's just all the exact same picture, only it's colored in black, where it's just smoking and there's skulls everywhere and monument places.
Gumbel thumbs up.
Okay, so as Elvis is introspective on
Good idea.
maintaining his ability to fly the plane and complete a movie that is obviously damned in a nearly biblical sense, the camera pans over to Jane as she sits there, and what is going through the mind of Jane as she thinks about this you're in the skies above Hawaii. It should be very nice, but Jane has a lot to weigh on her mind. What's on there?
Yeah, Jane has her notebook out, or the new notebook that she has to pick up. But she's writing down everything she remembers, all the pieces of clues. It's kind of like a conspiracy board in that sense. At points, she's kind of taking out pages and kind of laying them out and connecting dots between the incidents in Richland with the bug and the black goop. And people thinking that there's something watching, and then over to Coma, where people have gone mad with the televisions, as much as that she's understood from what other people have been saying, as well as the robots and the electricity, which she connects over to the strange incidents of Lou not being able to die. Probably talking to Gumbel about the electric field that he got from there, and just trying to piece everything together. And all of this is being driven as she's laying everything together, writing things down, and fiddling with her finger where her ring would be, but isn't. As she just thinks that this is the only way that she can save Iris, who is still alive right now, 2 weeks before the incidents of Coma, California. And she's just thinking, I have to figure this out so I can save Iris. I have to figure this out so I can save Iris.
Okay, so as Jane is looking through all of this, I'm going to give you a choice. And this choice, while successful, will give you different information, but I am going to allow you to either roll an occult or a library use, as you are looking through not only your notebook, but Iris's notebook and the notes that you've kind of put together as you... So just let me know, which would you like to roll?
Fuck it, I'm going to use 7 points of luck. I'm making that a success,
Okay.
goddammit.
It hits you like a ton of bricks, and this is information that Jane shouldn't really know, but it seems to come from somewhere other than your consciousness. It's as if there has been an added line of a play that you've studied that said, oh, no, you need to know this too. and all of a sudden it appears in your mind's eye. And it draws you to the conclusion that whatever is occurring here is being prompted by actions that were taken in Richland and will occur in Coma. And if you had any guess, you think the bombs that went off in Coma that you've been told about and you vaguely experienced, that you didn't consciously recognize as you were kind of being transported during that time, you now have an awareness of that a bomb did drop in San Francisco, and your mind gets drawn to the frog creature, the tiki statue, and you think of how it was a certain height in the luau scene, it was a larger height underwater, and if it is to be believed as something that is a culmination of occult rituals, that this might very well be a monster in the making. And if its true gargantuan nature is revealed, its first destination upon leaving the Hawaiian Islands would be San Francisco. But just as you make this connection and the circuit jumps from information that you had to information that was given by something inside of you, we're going to drop down to Lenny Sparks Williams, who is not thinking about anything because he's having a conversation.
So, Mr. Williams, I don't like your body as much as I like the other, but I guess it'll have to do.
I don't know who this is, but I get bitten by a shark, but I have a great ass.
You do, actually, now that I'm moving around on it. I thought I was sitting on something. My God, that is your ass.
Thank you.
My God, it's exquisite.
And there's about a 30 to 45 second pause where you just kind of uncontrollably shift in your seat and you feel your ass cheeks kind of clench and unclench. And you just move back and forth and rock back and forth. And,
oh, I take it back. Well, Lenny.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Going to need you to do something now.
I feel like I don't have a choice.
Oh, you don't. This is
okay.
More of a torture thing.
Yep. All right. That's what I was expecting. Wait. Before you torture me and kill me, or whatever you're going to do, I've already seen the future. Okay? A medicine man of Native American descent showed me the future. And I know that I don't die here. And I become a sweet, sweet road warrior on an awesome motorcycle who survives the apocalypse.
yes, we do.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure that was still the course. Because I've accepted that. And if you're my path to becoming the most badass guy in the apocalypse, I'm all in.
You've got the ass part down. I provide the bad.
Perfect. What are we doing?
You see that door over there?
Yeah, the one that leads out of the plane.
Yep.
Okay. Out of it? Is that where I'm jumping out?
Yes.
All right.
But, yeah, wait, before you do that, I'm going to need you to, the gun that I picked up whenever, my other host died, it's in this apron pocket thing that you have on.
Yeah. Okay.
We're going
You need me to what?
We're going to shoot all of these windows out, and then we're going to jump out of this plane.
Okay. Can I make one minor adjustment to this plan?
I'll humor you, sure. What is it?
I'm pretty sure that this is the king's plane, as he said, and there has to be a leather jacket here somewhere and a change of pants. Can we negotiate that deal? Where I get a sweet leather jacket and new, preferably not white see-through pants. I'll take leather if he has them.
I'm going to agree for the following reasons. I'm curious to see what different pants would feel like over this ass. And 2, I'm not comfortable with what you're wearing.
Perfect. Neither am I.
Okay,
so after changing into an appropriately badass outfit.
Now wait a minute. I get to pick the badass outfit. This is you go into the Memphis Flyer. It's as you go into the Memphis Flyer, you see a prototype of something that Elvis has been working on. It is not white, but it is a black jumpsuit, all leather, with a V that goes all the way down to like Dick Root level. Like it's just a drop.
Like a Will Jones V. Yeah.
Like a Dick Root or Dick Root, just to be clear.
Dick Root.
Dick Root, right. And it's got the collar that hasn't been permanently popped yet, but it has the option to pop in the almost blade sides that come up. It is embossed and emboldened.
It's not cloth. It actually like pops because there is like a reinforcement underneath.
Right. It's got the built-in plastic kind of bands and ridging in there. And as you get into it, it's just bedazzled with grommets. Like it's just leather, and this is an absolute. It's got an eagle on the back, just riveted with grommets. It's perfect. There's a bit of a tassel right above the ass, like a tail, and it accentuates the buttocks of Lenny Sparks Williams. I mean, no disrespect to the King. King could never have filled it out like you did. And as you enter back into the cabin, while you have no choice in the matter, Lenny, I am going to allow you to describe how you shoot the windows out of this plane, open the door, and fly into the night.
And
I think Lenny he just kind of walks in and he walks to the door first and places his hand on the door handle, and he pulls out what is the weapon that he has been given? Is it a 22?
It is a very sticky 22.
Gross. He places his hand on the mechanism to open the door, and he kind of clears his throat and he says, "Hey, I found that bug. I guess I gotta kill you guys now." And then he fires out all the windows and then opens the door and then just sort of gets sucked out.
And as Lenny Sparks Williams glides out into the night air of Hawaii between the islands, falling to points unknown, as Elvis feels the Memphis Flyer lurch and sag and sunder around his normally Nat 1 hands, that's where we'll end this episode of Atomic Cthulhu as we gear up for the ending of this magnificent tale.
Oh man.
Oh boy. Damn it, Mike, every time. At least there's Boogie to make us feel a little bit better at the end of every episode of Atomic Cthulhu. Oh, alright. That's good. Now we just have to kill Lenny next week.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't stress out about it in between now and next week, whatever you do. But my friends, that is of course where we're going to end tonight's episode of Atomic Cthulhu. If you enjoyed the show, let us know. If you haven't followed the stream yet, hit that follow button and of course join us. If you're not in our Discord, come along. We just hit 1,000 members today, so there's a bunch of people talking D&D and RPGs.
Hell yeah.
Come along and chat to us. It's a lot of fun. But that's Corona Cast and Crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? And of course, where can we find any wonderful people online? Greg, amazing job tonight herding all of these cats around.
I love you guys. It's the best. It's super duper fun. Grimcheck21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. You can find me there. You can find me here. What's up for me next this week? Tomorrow night I'm going to be on WebDM with Kiana as we do a little Spelljammer 5e Starward Bound action. Back after a bit of a hiatus because of Gen Con. Having some fun. And I am super stoked to get back to Call of Cthulhu this Wednesday here on Encounter Roleplay 1 to 4. It is where it's at. It's where I've been for 16 months.
Oh,
As
Yay.
I've been in this place for 16 months, and that's where I was, that's where I am, that's where it's at. And furthermore, on my channel on Friday, you can see a little Conan Age Undreamed Of from 12 to 2 Eastern. Firefly's off this week, but we will be back on Saturday from 2 to 4, again with Kiana for some Pulp Cthulhu Project Chronos. And on Sunday on my channel, Pulp Cthulhu Project Athena from 7 to 9 Eastern. But join us back here where we start to wrap this baby up. Until then, stay atomic.
Shit, next week's the finale. Atomic Cthulhu. That's fucking scary. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Woo! Myth, same questions, my friend.
Oh man, really enjoyed today. Glad to be back playing Elvis. Still ready for another performance if we ever need it. Super excited to ride a shark and fly a plane. Badass stuff. My name is Mythematic. I'm a roleplay streamer and voice actor here on Twitch. You can find me over on my channel throughout the week, and when I'm not live there, I am playing games with my friends here on Encounter Roleplay, or over on Tuesdays at the Greyhawk channel, where I'm playing Vecna Lives. Other than that, thank you so much.
Awesome. Great stuff, Myth. As always. Kiana, same questions.
That was a lot of fun. I'm trying as a player to piece everything together, and I'm like, come on, brain. So it's kind of nice to finally have like a, oh, shit. Okay, that makes sense now. Sort of. It's still Cthulhu. Not everything makes sense. But we have a finale next week. I'm hoping I'm going to be there. Fingers crossed that the hospital doesn't keep me for too long. But yeah, so I can't wait for that, to see what's at the end and if we'll stop nuclear annihilation once more. But I'm Kenna. You guys can find me over on Twitter at KennaS. The best way to figure out what I'm doing at any given point, because I am all over the internet playing role-playing games on all different channels. This week I will plug One Shot Wonders, which is my D&D 5e series over on Scrapkiss's channel. So it's me running through one-shots with a new setting every month. We're doing Dark Sun this month. It's really cool. So if you're into that, I think we're like one of the only shows that really does like Dark Sun in 5th edition. I'm homebrewing a whole bunch of shit for that. Sorry, connection went wonky there. It's super fun, so please check us out. And see you next week.
Great stuff. Awesome. And last and most least, Mike.
Guys, this was awesome. This was super fun. I had no idea how this was going to end. Unfortunately, I will not be here for the season finale. So we decided what's more terrifying than having me play Lenny? It's having Greg play Lenny. So that's what's going to happen for next week. And I'm going to be out of here on military training for the next 3 weeks. And I can't be more excited. That's a lie. But if you want to see more of me when I come back, I'm launching 3 new shows in September. One that Greg's DMing his Tales from a Loop campaign. I have Ethan, Super Robot Bear, running his North Seat. And I have Jackal Buddy running his Island in the Sky campaign. So come check those out. All new shows, all launching at the same time, early September, and running until December. Should be a good time. That's it for me, guys.
Fantastic stuff. Well, my friends, thank you for joining us tonight again on Atomic Cthulhu. We hope that you've enjoyed yourselves. We'll be back here in Encounter Roleplay tomorrow at a time of 5 p.m. Eastern for the Long March, Kingmaker, and then, of course, back with the World Tree Burns, Cobalt Press's Midgard official campaign. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. In the meantime, come hang out with us Discord. Here's the social media and all the stuff you want to keep up to date with us. September 1st to 3rd is the 48-hour Encounter Con happening. So that's going to kick off our new season, which starts first week of September. So get ready for that, my friends. And until next time, try not to roll too many nat ones, because we want to be here laughing when you do. Good night, everyone. Bye.